The very first was when I was 5 years old. I saw Grand Prix with James Garner. And I remember going to the movie theater with my parents, and the sound of those Formula One cars just blew me away. It was like they were loud, and they roared and screamed and in ways that really spoke to me. And I thought, boy, sound is just so incredible in motion pictures. I'm only 6 or 7 years old. I'm not thinking about a career in sound at all. The next movie, even before I had decided that this is what I was going to do, somewhere around 13, 14, was Forbidden Planet. Forbidden Planet had this amazing soundscape that was designed by Bibi and Louis Barron through the manipulation of dead and dying electronic circuits. And what I loved about Forbidden Planet is that I couldn't tell which were the sound effects and which were the music, because they were all the same thing. Bibi and Louis had a husband and wife team. He was a very well-known avant-garde composer at the time, built these contraptions and made the sound effects and made the score, and they all were of a piece. And to me, that's almost like sound nirvana, when you just lose track of what you're hearing. It's just right for the project. And so that was a revelation to me, that symbiosis that I still try to achieve on every project by working directly with composers, so we can have the most seamless handoff when we create sound for a movie. Star Wars got me into sound design. I had gotten my first gig at Hanna-Barbera as a cartoon sound effects editor, and I was just kind of like a workaday dude. Show up, cut in the funny boings and zips and riccos, and go home and have a beer. And then I saw Star Wars, and the light bulb went off that, oh my God, there's so much more to what I'm now doing for a living than just mechanically putting sounds in when you see something on screen. There's this whole other universe of recording and designing and being a part of the filmmaking team. I mean, at Hanna-Barbera, we were more like an assembly line, like somebody threw reels in at one end and out came a soundtrack. I wanted to be in that universe where I sat with the director and we talked about movies, and we designed them together with an artistic approach, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. And Star Wars did that for me. And then like the next year, Close Encounters blew me away. And then E.T. next year, E.T. blew me away for the use of music. There's been hundreds of movies that have deeply influenced me in sound.
Of course, you have a unique situation where just a few years later you were working with Ben Burtt.
Yeah, on Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, that was a pinch myself moment, because I was already besotted with his style of work from Star Wars, and then we had this opportunity to work on Raiders and work with the master himself. And I still believe he's the master. I still to this day think he's as good as it gets. His cinematic sense is unparalleled.